Alright folks, and welcome to the Don's channel. I am the Donfather, and I'm now going to do a quick review, and the reason why it's only a quick review of the State of Origin game was because when I came home, first half was finished, so I'd never seen the first half, and when I went to watch the second half, the link that I had was absolutely abysmal. I think we're on like our 10th storm of 2020 already here, so the weather's destroying the internet signal. Anyway, from what I did see, and from the highlights I've watched and the fallout from the game, the reading that I did of some of the things that had went on in the game, it was actually a really good game. Like predicted, it was always going to be a high scoring game, wasn't it? I think it was never going to be as hard hitting as you would see and during a normal AFL season. I think players would be very aware that it's fast approaching, and they wouldn't really want to risk injury by getting involved in massive hits. So I think on that note, it was always going to be quite high scoring. Quite a lot of beautiful footy on display from what I saw. Okay then, so going through it, like first, second, third quarter, sorry, we've seen All-Stars, probably the better of the two sides. I think they look good in front of goal. I think they played some lovely stuff in the midfield. They had Nat Fife, they had Patrick Cripps, they've got Lockie Neal, there was some superstars there. Brad Hill was in form, Charlie Cameron was on form, Eddie Betts was playing some nice stuff, Jack Rewalt up top. Just two teams, star-studded teams, but in the first three quarters you certainly seen the All-Stars flexing their muscles a little bit more, but the fourth quarter it really came alive, and it really came alive for Victoria. I thought they played some sensational stuff. It was almost like watching Richmond last year, some of the handballing game that they played. It was absolutely sensational. One of the goals in particular, where it was a fast flowing handball game, they just cut through the All-Stars like a hot knife through butter. Just that fast handballing game, and I think Toby the Grub or Toby the Gun Green, however you want to call him, he finished it off the move. It was fantastic. There was lovely individual duels going on. I think in particular Marcus Bontempelli and Patrick Cripps. Initially Patrick Cripps, I think is it probably in the third or fourth quarter, made a huge tackle on Bontempelli, which to the bemusement actually I think of Bontempelli, but to the great satisfaction of Patrick Cripps. And then the Bont evened up the score with a lovely tackle on Patrick Cripps. I think he's remembered that one and he took him out. I mean, taking him out in the sense of in the sporting sense, not in a grudging sense, if you like. But certainly a lot of great footy on display, I must admit. Even players like Dangerfield last year, really, I think, struggled at the end of last year. He looked sharp. So a big shout out to him. I've been quite critical of him at the end of the year there. I know this isn't a competitive game as such, but he looked good, which is nice to see. The midfield of Victoria in that last quarter was nothing short of sensational. Big shout out to McRae. He just goes about his business really quietly. Pendlebury, really big player. He's a player I admire. Bontempelli stepped up in that last quarter. Dustin Martin, Papley, Green. So many players stepped up for Victoria in that last quarter, but if I was given my best and fairest based on what I actually saw, obviously I missed the first half, I saw the highlights, and obviously the broken coverage I was getting with going off and buffering. I possibly would have gave it to Tom Papley. I think he was quite unlucky not to get it. The award went to Dustin Martin, who, let's be honest here, is an absolute superstar of the game. He did play some lovely stuff. Some of the highlights just show just how great a player he is. I think Green's unlucky not to get best and fairest as well, but the real winners overall were the people of Australia. I mean, this event, it was the AFL putting this event on to raise money for the bushfire appeal. We had the emergency services getting put out in at the start of the game, shown, and everybody giving them a round of applause for the hard work that they had done over the couple of months where the intense fires were raging. So they've really deserve this day. The people who are obviously affected by the bushfires, whether they've lost their home or in some cases lives, obviously there's a huge fallout from this, and it's going to take a long time to rebuild. The wildlife that's been affected, the devastation in the actual bush itself, the trees, everything. Everything that, as I say, the real winner is Australia in this. I mean, it's been a great day. It's been a great day to make raise some valuable money. They also had an orange Sharon to represent the emergency services, the orange uniform that they wear. I think the fireys out there. So all in all, a really good, feel-good game that lifts the spirits of the people, and that's what it's all about at the end of the day. I mean, first and foremost, it's about raising the money. Secondly, good spirits, everybody going away from it feeling happy, feeling like, look, the footy's back as well. Footy's back now. We've got pre-season games getting played. We've also got the State of Origin, which is fantastic. It's the first one I've ever really had the chance to sort of watch kind of live. And see, and obviously I'm familiar with a lot of these players, so it was quite exciting for me to see all these superstars rolled out in both teams. But lovely footy. Overall, great advert for the sport, great fundraiser for Australia, and do you know what? Entertaining footy. 154, 108 in the end, where that just exploded into life for Victoria in that last quarter. But 154. To 108, what a game, as predicted, a very high scoring game, because maybe the art of defending just goes out the window a little bit in this sort of game. But overall, some guns were on display. I'm really looking forward. Some of the young players that were in there as well, I'm not too familiar with some of them, but they've got the chance to shine in a State of Origin game, which, well, do you know what, they'll remember that. They're playing with the best players of the modern era right now. That's what's happening. So for those young guys to go out there, that's a big deal. That is a big deal indeed. So congratulations to them. Charlie Cameron with the old motorbike celebration early on. That was good to see. Eddie Betts nearly got the little pocket rocket type goal where he's managed to break free at the boundary line, right on the pocket, and almost got it in. It went for a behind. Very unlucky for him, doing what he does. I just had a smile on my face for what I watched, and then when I went over the highlights again, you just have a smile on your face. The players look happy, big players again. Some players that play in Victoria but are actually from either South Australia, West Australia, or the Northern Territories, or Queensland, or something like that there, and they're all coming together in this and playing against each other. Some clubs, it was just a really good thing to watch. It put a smile on my face, and as I say, and the players, and I imagine the fans, get a beer in, get your mates together. If you're going to the game or watching it together, it was just a feel-good factor. And as I said, footy is back. Come on! Absolutely delighted. I think that's what's been wrong with me for a long time. My mood's been, I wouldn't say low as in the sense of really bad, but it's been down, and I think it's because that natural week in, week out footy, more relevant footy of today to talk about, to analyse, to review incidences that have happened, big major talking points on the footy field, and I've missed it, and I know you guys have more so than me. You live it, you breathe it, you're around it every single day. You're talking about it in your place of work, you're talking about it in your schools, you just grow up with it. So for me, I have that buzz as well, but maybe just not on as a grander scale as you. So I hope you can appreciate the joy that I'm getting from it, and I'm really looking forward to it as well. So that was good for me today. Put a smile on my face, as I say, and that's what it's all about. That's what sport's all about at the end of the day. It's entertaining people, giving you some good things to talk about. You take the good times with the bad, the rough with the smooth. It's not always going to be the results that you get when you just follow footy or you follow a sport, isn't always going to be the ones you want, but you've got to go through the storm to appreciate let's just say, the good times, to appreciate the good weather. And that's what it's all about. That's what sport is, the highs and the lows. Thanks very much, everyone. Honestly, I'm buzzing. I'm absolutely buzzing about it. Last season was great, getting to know this wonderful sport that you have invented down under, learning about the players, learning about the clubs, the history, all the different things throughout the years, big grudge matches, big rivalries, but more importantly, engaging with the supporters of this great sport and the people of Australia. It's been a really it's been really humbling, and it's something that has really touched me in a way, because I've had a lot of really good support since I started doing this channel, and that's what drives me on. So hopefully you'll stick with me for the 2020 season and keep the support coming. I really do feed off it, and it does drive me forward to bringing you more content. We'll probably see the relaunch of hashtag AFL car chat, table chat, couch chat, just as the games come thick and fast. Just small stories banged out there, individual game reviews and analysis, my thoughts and opinions on them, and that's it. This is what it's all about. This is what it's all about. Come on. Thanks very much, everyone. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm going to be banging out a lot, and I mean a lot of AFL content. As much of a variety as I can. AFLW as well. We'll get a bit of that, the female game. I'm a big advocate of that. I've got 3 daughters who play sport, and as I say, I want to show it in a good light that it deserves. It's a professional sport, and I read a comment there on Mitch Robinson saying that really technical side of the female game. This was on Twitter, I think today. He's posted a comment saying the female game on a technical aspect has improved like tenfold basically, and it's really great to see. It's refreshing. We're seeing international players coming to the Australian women's game, and you know what, they deserve the same opportunities. They're getting big crowds, which you probably couldn't have imagined several years ago, to say we're going to professionalise the female game, and they're going to be playing in relatively big capacity crowds, not capacity, but relatively big crowds for them, which is fantastic, and hopefully it continues to grow. Sports for everyone. You know what, it doesn't matter your background, whether you're poor, rich, ethnic background, whatever. It's for everyone. It's not discriminative, and that's what we need to remember. I see lots of stuff on I done a boxing video, and I had some idiot making a comment about race on boxing. It's got nothing to do with race. It's to do with the sport and the 2 competitors in the ring, and if you're going to bring race into it, then that's your problem, you know. So this is what I mean. This is like, I'm really looking forward. I'm getting sidetracked here. It's just been a really good day. I'm buzzing, and watched loads of sport over the last few days. Loads of a wide variety of sports, and I'm just buzzing. I've got the motivation back. I've got the enthusiasm back. It was in my boots at some point there. I wasn't in a good place. I'm not going to go into it and kind of pull on the heartstrings or anything for anyone and annoy anyone, but all I need to say is I'm back, I'm motivated, I'm enthusiastic, and I'm fucking so excited and fucking fired up for the new season. Thanks very much, everyone. Do check us out on Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff's going to be in the description section below. Also our Patreon, if you want to become a patron and help support the channel, that would be amazing. And I've also got a Get Us to Oz fundraiser, one-off donations. If you could donate on that, that would be outstanding. All that money is going to help fund our AFL vlogging trip as a channel. I'm bringing my family down under, and we're planning on doing AFL vlogging trip round the stadiums, cram as many games into a few weeks as we can, and put that content up on YouTube. That's what it's all about at the end of the day, bringing us to the sporting arenas and enjoying the sport with local Aussies. I can't wait. Thanks very much, everyone. I am the Donfather. Have a great weekend, and so will I. I'll see you all soon. Goodbye.